Here we have a 1988 Toyota pickup truck Tacoma. This is a SR5 four-wheel drive truck. This is a two-owner, Carfax certified guaranteed vehicle. Perfectly clean history, clean and clear title in hand, in-house, ready to sign over with just 85,000 original and documented miles. Here at Davis AutoSports, we try to pride ourselves on having very unique, unusual, hard to come across vehicles, stuff that you just don't see every day. And we thought this would be a good little vehicle to have in inventory. Just a pretty unique car overall, just with the year and the mileage and the way it's built. And these things do have a really big following. And with 85,000 original documented miles on the 88, we figured it was a nice little truck to put out here for sale. So truck is highly modified as far as suspension goes. The truck probably has 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about 15 shocks on it all over the place. All the modifications are supporting the lift and the drivetrain and all that. Nothing internally done to the engine or anything like that. So it's modified in the sense of it's a highly modified lift, wheels, tires, drive shaft, stuff like that, but nothing beyond that. All the body panels on this vehicle have the original VIN plates on them, so they are original. So keep that in mind when you're bidding on this vehicle. This is just a unique little oddball vehicle. It's not a show vehicle. It makes a great hunting truck, a desert truck, a knock-around truck, whatever, but it's not a show truck as far as the finishing touches. Fender flares have some very light scratches on them here and there. The body overall for the year is in great condition, but there are plenty of little tiny nicks and little things here and there, so just keep that in mind when bidding. The frame on this truck and the undercarriage is insanely impressive. It is so rust-free, the frame and the undercarriage. Now you will find some small rust stuff on aftermarket parts, like the brackets here for the side steps, but look at this bracket for the leaf springs. I mean, it's just so clean as can be, no flaky rust anywhere. So it's an extremely rust-free vehicle. Like I mentioned, the only thing you'll find little tiny rust things on are aftermarket parts. This little guy right here is removable above the bumper. I would remove it. We didn't want to put a lot of time. We bought this truck. I was originally going to restore it, repaint it, powder coat the shocks and just make it into one of those vehicles. And we just have so much going on that we're going to sell this vehicle the way you see it. Now, if you guys want us to do anything to it, powder coat the shocks, touch up some of the body panels, do whatever, please let us know. But this little thing here is just a bracket that they made to hold this. That has rust on it, but that is not the vehicle. That's just the bracket. The rest of the vehicle, if you look at all the components, it is extremely rust-free. You still see the indentation on the numbers on the frame right there. I mean, it's a very, very impressive vehicle for what it is. The frame is solid as a rock. There's zero frame issues whatsoever. And overall, the body, I mean, as you see, the paint is in good condition, but there are little things like the decals chipping off here, some light surface scratches here, but not through the paint. And a lot of the stuff that you see is just on the surface, but a little bit of chrome coming off the trim right there. So it is what it is. It's an 88. It's a kind of unique vehicle the way it's built, kind of overdone, which makes it kind of funny and cool. Nice huge super swamper tires with tons of tread on them. The suspension setup on this truck's insane. I mean, they have everything on this truck. We do a lot of lifts here, so we're actually really impressed with the lift on this truck. So aftermarket bumper, you got your toolbox, you got all your 50 fog lights everywhere on it. So it is a manual transmission, 6-cylinder four-wheel drive truck. So it actually goes down the road pretty good since it's a 6-cylinder and not a 4-cylinder. You got your locking hubs up front. So even underneath your skid plate, you got your dual steering stabilizers. All your diffs and everything are 100% leak free. I do want to show you guys too, All right, well, I guess we'll go to this direction. The inside overall is extremely clean. The seats have no holes, no damage. Their seats are very, very clean. We also do audio and sound here, and this is a very high-end system. You got 3 JL audio amps, or excuse me, subs back here. And the JLs back in the day when they had W1s and WOs, you did increments of 1s or 3s, you did odds because of the ohms that they run. So the system sounds insane in here. Nice amp down there, and you also have very expensive MB Court competition component speakers. You got 2 mids and a tweet here, 2 mids and a tweet there. Fully custom built roll cage in here, and while the padding on the outside is old and frail, the actual bar itself is absolutely perfect. So padding's there for safety, obviously, but if you want, we can remove this and you're left with a beautiful brand new looking roll bar. So we'll leave that up to you, or we can repad it. But there are some things that we can really do to this vehicle to enhance the looks if you guys want us to. The shift boot is old. We do all interior work here, so you know, I think with $500 to $1,000, this vehicle between the interior and exterior could really look far superior than what it does now. Little things make a big difference. The center caps, we'll get new center caps. There's just a lot of things that we can do to really spice this truck up, but I do want to point out the VIN stickers here. They're on every panel on this vehicle, so this vehicle is absolutely 100% original. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood for you guys as well. So here's the 6-cylinder 3.0, extremely clean engine. There's no leaks. We have a $2,000 service record that we'll show you guys that was just recently performed around 4,000 miles ago. I mean, everything's as clean as you can get, cleaner than even some of our Tacomas that we have in here now. But once again, here are the VIN plates. And these are only issued from the factory. Even the dealership can't put them on, so it just shows how original this vehicle is. So with everything, you know, on this vehicle, it's a pretty unique truck, considering the miles, the lift, how original the panels are, how clean it is, how well it's been serviced, and it's just one of those oddball vehicles. So you're either gonna love it or hate it, sort of thing. Now here is, we have all the books and manuals dating back from when it was first purchased. But here is, in here, almost a $2,000 service that was just performed at essentially 83,000 miles. It's got 85K on it now. So all sorts of stuff, all sorts of gaskets, seals, U-joints, ball joints, just a lot of stuff was done. Almost $2,000 worth of service was just performed on this truck. So like I said, pretty unique vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle up and do a quick little test drive around the block. Vehicle starts up great. I'm not going to crank up the sound system, but just take my word, it sounds absolutely awesome. Please keep in mind when you're buying and bidding on this truck that you're buying a highly modified lifted truck. Like I mentioned earlier, I think this thing seriously has 12 to 15 shocks on it. So if you're looking for a Cadillac sort of riding vehicle, this is not the one for you. This is a good hunting sort of vehicle, something to take off-road to that nature. So there you have it. If you have any questions about this vehicle, please feel free to contact us at 202-491-9929. Thank you.